Welcome to another Down the Rabbit Hole video. I wanted to talk about something to do with my C-3PO collector's case for the Star Wars action figures. This guy has seen better days. I bought him when he was new, and I think this is toward the end of the Kenner run. And you can kind of make out along the bottom here, there's little defects in the plastic. It looks like it's starting to crack or wear away or what have you. Even up here on 3PO's forehead, can you make out there's like there and there a couple of areas where this plastic is just not lasting too long. The strange thing being, if I flip him over, he's actually just as good on the back as the day I bought him. Like, absolutely perfect. No marks, no nothing. So whatever this is on the front here, it's got to be exposure to sunlight or maybe air or something. I mean, maybe I'm always sitting down or back, with his back to the wall. So there's something that's getting to these that's starting to cause these defects. Now, the classic Darth Vader collector's case is right over there, and I was actually going to start with that one, but there's a reason I want to bring up the 3PO case, and that is, in my discussion about the Ewok village, I did mention that I think one of the Ewoks that I was sort of playing around with in that video might be the very last Star Wars figure I ever bought. And this reminds me of Retroblasting, a great Star Wars collecting YouTube channel I've mentioned before. About 6 months ago, Michael on that channel received a package, or else he bought on an auction, his very last Star Wars figure he didn't own before. That being the R2-D2 with the built-in lightsaber that helps Luke during the battle over Jawa's sail barge. Michael had said on the channel, well, I've got an R2-D2, so I never really, as a kid, felt the need to buy that figure, just to have a lightsaber pop out of his head. But then years went by and he thought, I really should complete the collection. I think I have completed my collection, and I want to find out because I think the last one I ever bought is in here. Maybe. The last figure I ever needed to get is either Warwick, seen here. This is what he looks like up close, and that's his card-backed original. Well, I guess this is a special with the collector coin, but regardless, that's Warwick from Return of the Jedi. That's what the figure looks like. Or, sorry about the flicker on the screen, or it might be Lumat, who is this guy here, practically identical looking to Warwick. I mean, very similar coloring, very similar hoods, and a bow and arrow, so it's an easy mistake to make. Lumat came in this card back. So one of the two of these was the last one that I ever needed to buy. So what I'm going to do is, on camera, determine for myself, do I have Lumat and Warwick? So let's open up 3PO. Now, over the years, these clasps never did really hold. They're much better on the Darth Vader collector case, but at least the top one does. So I'm going to pop that open, and there's all the figures inside. It even comes with a nice handy little chart here of what all the figures were at that period. So where is Lumat on the card, at least? There's Chief Chirpa, also a very similar looking guy. Yeah, they were actually after this part of the collection, so they're not actually on here. However, let's find our culprits. There's one of them, and I think that's Lumat. I'll confirm that in a second. And here is what I thought was Warwick. I don't think it is. I think these are both Lumat. Yes. These guys are identical. Let me just hold them up real close here so you can make out. I have been mistaken all these years. I have two Lumats. Or are these Warwicks? Wait a second. Let's first of all set them down. That means I'm actually short one figurine. I gotta get a guy. That's Ramba. That's not him. Of course, Wicket. Yeah, and then Logray and T-Bow and all the others are sitting in here, and Chief Chirpa. Now, that's a bit of a pickle. Here was me thinking I had both, but I've actually only got one. Now, which one do I have? So again, that's Warwick. These guys I don't think are Warwick. That's Lumat. Yeah, I've got Lumat. In fact, let's just see. It's all in the quiver of arrows. Yeah, that is definitely Lumat. Yeah, you can tell by the shape. Like, look at the shape. First of all, he's got a browner looking cowl there, and this figure has definitely got a gray, and it ties in the center, whereas on Lumat, it kind of, there's no tie and it just goes to the side. And in both of these guys' case, there's no string. It definitely just goes to the same side. So there we go. I have confirmed for myself I actually only have 2 Lumats. I am missing Warwick. Interesting. Which is a bit ironic when you consider that Wicket here was played by Warwick Davis. Warwick spelled a little differently from the missing action figure, but I'm sure they're connected. So, yeah, I'm actually on the search for one more Star Wars action figure. Now, let's, just to make absolutely sure that I'm correct, I brought out my other remaining Star Wars collector cases. These are way back here. This has a bunch of extra Imperials, so no Ewoks there. And more Imperials in there. Okay, so that's just the Empire. No Ewoks there. My other one, being from The Empire Strikes Back. Let's have a look. Variety of Jabba's men and various dudes. Nope, no Ewoks. Okay. So, interesting. I have just confirmed I am here all these years. I thought for sure I had every Star Wars action figure. I don't. I have 2 Lumats, whereas what I need is Warwick. So, the quest continues. Interesting. I'm going to have to start having a look around any events I go to, or toy fairs, or maybe even search online. I don't know. Going to have to undo this particular little crime of collecting. Okay, well, there we go. Just thought I'd make a little quick video about that. And I now have to start searching online. All right, well, until next time, we'll see you down the rabbit hole.